your lawnmower does that, try this. Take your air filter cover off. Uh-oh. He's got oil. That tells me he tipped it over side the wrong way. Remember, carburetor side always up. Carbon choke cleaner. Now try it again. After that, if your mower does that, then do this. You got a 10 mil here, 10 mil there, 10 mil there. To make life easier for ourselves, take the gasket off. On the back, there's a thin spring. Take the spring off. Now this just pops out of there. Now you got the rod out of there. Shut the gas line off back here. I'll come back over here. And we'll just get it off of there. It's going to have a little bit of gas leak because of what's in there if it drops down, which it will. Now, pull the carburetor off. Let's go clean it. Without killing it, take the bottom bolt out. Give that a tap to get it off. Uh-oh. Look at that. See that? There's a bunch of grass and grime inside the carburetor. So, we're carefully going to pop the pin out. Set that down so you don't lose it. Carefully lift the float out. Don't lose the needle. Keep the needle with the float. Stick it in. And jet. Careful not to hit the threads inside there so you don't strip nothing. Sometimes they can be stubborn. Notice it's all the way there. It's just sticky. There we go. Now I can get the jet out. Inspect that jet. Threads are good. It's really dirty. With my torch tip cleaning tool, notice how small that is. I can stick it in there. Those torch tip cleaning tools are dirt cheap. I think it's like a couple of bucks for that thing. Clean that all out real good. Oh yeah. Now I'm going to take some carbon. Oh, there went the emulsion tube. With the emulsion tube out, inspect it, check all the holes. Clean all the holes. What I like to do is stick the straw in there with the carb cleaner. Plug the other end with my finger. And spray it to make sure that it's spraying through all the holes. Now we'll just give this a wipe off, spray it, wipe it down to get all that nasty stuff off. Spray that in there, that works good. Now we'll just give everything a hosing down. Take a Q-tip, cut the tip off. Take your Q-tip, stick in a little bit of gasoline. Alright. Now I can take that out. See how nasty that was inside there? Now when our needle goes in, it's going to look a lot better. Alright, now that everything is cleaned, inside of the bowl is nice and clean. Got a little bit of stuff down there. Not real worried about it. Slide your needle back over the middle one so it's just dangling there. Carefully put the needle back in the hole where it goes. Line that all up. Now you can take your pin and start putting your pin back in. Sliding it through. You want the skiddy end to go in first. Drop it in. Take your jet. Put your jet in there. Again, careful so you don't strip any threads. And now just run that jet all the way back in. Once it seats, just give it a little bit of a twist just to go snug. Now with your carburetor, remember this is the front, your gas line went there. On the bowl, you got a nut, a drain nut. So put it on there. Since I don't know what this gas looks like, I'm going to drain all the gas out of here. If your gasoline looks like this in your can, dispose of it properly and get rid of it. Do not dump it in your yard or anywhere else. That is illegal. Dispose of it properly. Check with your area to where to take it. Notice there's some dirt down inside there. This gas has got a bunch of water in it. So dispose of it properly. Now we can restart assembly. There is a low idle jet right here. I'm not going to worry about that right now. You can take that out and pop it out and clean it. Sometimes that O-ring in there goes bad from taking it out. So I'm going to put it back together. If it runs good, I'm not going to worry about it. If it runs poorly, while the carburetor is still on the machine, I can easily access that from the front side. So as you see, if I put it back on, I can access it easily. So it literally will take me just a couple of minutes to pop it off and put it back on. At this time, let's start reassembly. You can slide that on. Now's a good time to put the gas line back on. As we push it back in there, now the gas line's on. Unlike the last person, I will put this clamp right where it belongs. Right there. Alright. Now we can take that rod that we took off, put that back into place, push it down in. Don't forget your little spring. Don't bend that spring. Be careful with it. Now that's that. Notice this is back here again where that goes. It's ready to go. Do you remember? Just like that. Just like that. So that little opening is there. Curved over here. Line your hose up. Slide it back on. So now you can snug them up. You ain't got to kill it, just snug them. Okay, put the air filter back on. Take the gas cap off. Get the gas can out of here. What do you think? Is it going to start? Is it do good? That's done. It runs. So if yours don't start, it's as simple as that. So, till next time, take care.